Good afternoon, Packers fans. Aaron Negler here, coming to you live on the Cheesehead TV social channels. It's Packers Daily. It's Friday, and the Packers are ready to take on the Jets right across the street, right in that building right there. That's right, live from Green Bay, across the street from Lambeau Field. Packers wrapping up a week of practice, preparing for the arrival of the New York Jets. Injury report out a little bit ago. The one big notable kind of point of order, so to speak, is the toe injury to Rashawn Gary that popped up after Wednesday's practice. He is listed as questionable. That's a bit concerning. That's a little fun to think about. Zach Wilson having time in the pocket all day, every day. But maybe this is the week. Maybe because of Gary's situation, and who knows if he plays or not. Maybe this is the week that Joe Barry lets him have it. Starts calling a few more pressures. But who knows? They may just run Jonathan Garvin out there and play too high and just let them do whatever they want. I don't know. But hey, maybe Enigbare gets the call. There's a little bit of hope. There's a little flash from the rookie at times in the pass rush game. So we'll see how they handle that rotationally if Gary is unable to go, and that's not a sure thing. He might give it a go. We don't really know the severity. These new listings, questionable, could be anything. Could be, yep, he's definitely going to play, or nope, there's no chance he plays. But with questionable now, no probables anymore on the old injury reports. We'll have to wait and see on Sunday morning. The other probably name of note there on the injury report is Christian Watson is declared out heading into this game. He did not practice all week dealing with that hamstring injury. I said it on Twitter on Wednesday, and I followed up with Matt about it today at the press conference. I suspect they just shut him down. They absolutely, have no reason to keep sending him out there and re-aggravating a hamstring injury that has clearly lingered on here through the first quarter plus of the season. Let him sit down, take him, put him on IR, bring him back after the allotted 4 weeks. I understand it's frustrating because the offense does seem to flow a lot better when he is out there, but I just don't think it makes a whole lot of sense to risk a full-on tear or whatever, or to even just keep having to deal with this nagging hamstring injury. But we'll see. We'll see what direction they go. And who knows? This might, and I know this is a far-fetched thought, but maybe this opens the door for Amari Rodgers to do something on offense. And I don't expect them to hand them the ball in any of those instances as far as the end-arounds go. But just keeping the motion aspect in their offense. We've seen how this offense can get very stagnant without the use of motion, without the orbit stuff, some of the jet sweep stuff, just to keep him A, involved, and B, keep that aspect of your offense, intact, so to speak. Maybe, just maybe, that opens the door for a few plays from scrimmage for Rodgers. Now, I say all this and watch, they'll maybe cut him later today or tomorrow, but we'll see. Now, Kylan Hill, no word there, whether he's going to be activated to the 53-man roster. We'll probably have to wait and see that on Saturday, but he has practiced all week, so we will see. Good to see everybody in the comments section. Hello to everyone, Packers fans worldwide. So good to see you. If you are in the Green Bay area, do I have some exciting news for you. I will be at the Plaza Pit Stop on Sunday morning, 9 a.m., there at the Resch Center, right across the street from Lambeau Field, and there will be plenty of Carry the G available for purchase there at the Plaza Pit Stop. Come on by, drink some Carry the G. Let's talk some Packers. 9 a.m. I'll probably be there for about a half hour, 45 minutes or so. So stop on by. It's going to be a lot of fun. The vibe in general is great over there. You don't just need me to be there, but I will be there starting at 9 a.m. Plaza Pit Stop. Hope to see you there. And so good to see everyone here on the old chat. Look at all these fine folks. I got so many super chats already. Big B is here. What's up, Big B? Good to see you, brother. Hope you're well. Vex, what's going on, man? Thanks for the super chat. Someone remind Matt LaFleur and 12 that Matt LaFleur was hired to revitalize the career of Matt LaFleur. I think you mean revitalize the career of 12, but I hear you. I hear you. I mean, he kind of has. I mean, the man has won 2 MVPs, so mission accomplished. Joe, thanks for the super chat. Dan Snyder has dirt on all the owners. How do you get dirt on all 537,460 of us Packer owners? Due diligence, my friend. Due diligence. He probably knows all about my Looney Tunes collection. Brad, what's going on, man? Thanks for the super chat. Nags, you're in Green Bay going Sunday? I'll be there. I will be there. And as I just stated, show up to the Plaza Pit Stop. And Brad, I know you're a Patreon member. So stop on by and I'll buy you a beer. Do it. Andrew, thanks for the super chat. Heading up to Green Bay tomorrow for the game Sunday. Can't wait to crack open a crisp, smooth, carry the G brewski. Go Pack Go. Andrew, that is a fine idea. Mm. You know what's great? You know what's great about being at Corey's house is there is a whole refrigerator full of this stuff. And I don't need to decant it. I don't need to put it in a glass like all the other beers I drink when I'm here. I can proudly drink right from the can. Mm, mm, that's good stuff. Whew, that's good stuff. I love it. What else we got? Too old for this. Thanks for the super chat. Can't wait to meet you, Nags. What's the best breakfast place in Green Bay? Man, you got me there. I never have breakfast in Green Bay. I wouldn't know. I used to go to Perkins all the time down here on Oneida Street, but that closed. I don't even know what that is anymore. Man, I'm often having breakfast in Appleton, and R.I.P. to the Golden Basket in Appleton. Now I go to Mary's in Appleton. I don't know if there's still a Mary's in Green Bay. There might be, but yeah, you'll have to ask the chat here. I'm sure somebody will be able to steer you in the right direction. But yeah, I'm rarely having breakfast in this town. What else we got, folks? I had forgotten about Hill. Well, he hasn't played all year, and he did miss the second half of the season last year, so understandable, I would say. Signed to Sean Jackson to do what exactly? Man, they've had so many opportunities to sign that guy and have not. That should tell you all you need to know about that probability. When will Sammy be back? Well, he went on IR after the Bears game, which was 3 games ago. So one more game, and then he's eligible to come back. Now, we don't know the severity of the hamstring injury, etc. So who knows? But one more game, and he's eligible to come back. 9 a.m. for some beer? Wow, Brandy, come on now. You can't drink all day if you don't start before noon. And by the way, shout out to my brethren and sister in London who, as I think I stated on one of these chats earlier this week, man, I would be at the breakfast spot, which just happened to be connected to a bar, at like 9:15, and there were people like 2, 3 empties in. That's my kind of country, man. England is my vibe, I'm telling you. Bummed Sendix in Grafton was out of Carry the G when I went yesterday. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know they're trying a gathering place to brew as much as they can within their schedule, but we are not the only beer they brew. So you have to exhibit some patience here. I know Woodman's is usually a good spot to check out, but yeah, I'm sorry. They're trying to get it up here as quickly as they possibly can. Tom Grassi, what's up, Grassi Posse Nation in the house? When is Carry the G coming to New York, and can you drink it in the shower? 2-part question. I'll take the second part first. Yes, 100% you can drink it in the shower. In fact, it tastes phenomenal as a shower beer. I speak from experience. And Carry the G coming to New York probably sooner than you think. Probably only will be available in one location, but that location will be in the West Village and will be a Packers bar. So be on the lookout. But yes, sooner rather than later. Just tuned in. How long are you in the motherland for, Nags? I am here until Wednesday. So I'll be here through the Tuesday. There's a bunch of guys doing a bunch of charity stuff. I'm going to try and stop by as much as I can to bring it to you guys worldwide. Availability is on Monday. I'm probably going to have to miss, but I'll be here through Tuesday, and then I fly back Wednesday morning. Very excited. Ed, thanks for the super chat. Sure hope they turn it on. They have yet to look like a playoff team. Expectations are still high this season. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Like, look, I know we all want our team to come out firing and looking like the Bills do, right? 100%. That is the dream. Sustaining that, man, that's tough in today's NFL. And I'm not saying the Bills aren't for real because I think they very much are. I think they're a very good football team. Clearly the team to beat in the AFC. And yes, I include the Chiefs in that. But it's a long season, man. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And as much as I would have loved the Packers to come out smoking hot, we all kind of expected it would take time on offense. Now, the defense definitely has been a bit of a disappointment. There is zero question there. But there's still also time for them to turn it around. And whatever they might look like right now, it still doesn't matter. To quote Eddie Izzard in Just to Kill, that don't matter. That don't matter. I say again, how do you look in late November, early December is way more important than how you look in late September, early October. And I know we'll quibble, oh, it's mid-October now, Nagler. I hear you. I hear you. And yes, that is the voice of every troll that ever visits these here YouTube comments or Twitter replies or inbox banter. That's the voice I give you all. when you're like annoying. Kenneth, what's up? Thanks for the super chat. Should Torrey or Winfrey be active this week? I wouldn't be surprised if Torrey gets a shot. Winfrey, I would tend to doubt it. I think Winfrey would be up if they wanted like a replacement for Lazard more than anything else. But obviously Lazard is healthy and ready to go. They've already used their call ups for Winfrey twice. If they call him up again, they've got to sign. They're on the precipice of. Sorry, I believe it's because they changed it. If they call him up one more time, then they have the next time they want to do it, they have to sign him to the 53. So I would suspect they would hold off on that. But you never know. Who knows? I'm like sitting around tomorrow afternoon, get that alert from the Packers. Oh, Winfrey has been called up from the practice squad. Entirely possible. But I do think Torrey has a shot of being active this week. I'm not, saying it's a done deal or anything, but I think that would not surprise me at all. Adam, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Hey, Nags, first time super chatter, long time listener on Spotify. Keep up the great work. Love your insight. That is really nice of you to say, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And hey, man, I'm really glad you're checking it out on Spotify. If you guys aren't aware, Packers Daily is available as a podcast, each and every single one after I am done. It is up on your favorite podcast platform. You can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on iHeart, on Google, wherever you find your podcast, wherever you deign to download, so to speak. Packers Daily is available for your listening, and on Spotify, it's a video podcast as well. So you can see my gorgeous face in front of amazing spots like Lambeau Field whenever you want. I'm getting something in my ear. I'm being told Pancake Place in Green Bay is where you want to go for breakfast. That's what I'm being told. Trayson, how did Corey end up with property right there? Is it family heir stuff? That's sick. It is not family heir stuff, actually. A good friend of his and mine, Matt, lives right next door. And when the gentleman who used to live here was looking to sell, Matt gave him the heads up. It's a crazy story that I will let Corey tell sometime on Packer Transplants because it was fucking amazing. It was awesome. JB or JD, sorry, JD. Thanks for the super chat. See you Sunday, Nags. Also hope to see more under center, more motion, and way less 11 personnel. I agree with you, man, but I'm not holding my breath. This is classic. We do what we do. Okay, great. Well, what you do is really frustrating and inconsistent. Awesome. I'm with you, though. God, I would love nothing more than the Packers to come out, Rodgers under center, handing the ball off a lot, and then working play action off of that. Lots of pre-snap motion, button it up, condensed formations, pound the rock, work off of that. I'm all in. But they're going to spread it out. They're going to be like, oh, we can throw it. We can just operate like we have for the last 4 years. Oh, what's wrong? Ooh. Can't wait. So yeah, the coaching staff and Aaron Rodgers and everybody, when I'm besmirching their approach, they get the same voice as the trolls on Twitter and in the comment section. That's right. Greg, what's up? Thanks for the super chat. Has the Green Bay police opened an investigation into whether Ty Montgomery killed Amari Rodgers and stole his identity? Wow. That's some serious fan fiction right there, Craig. You have a future. Michael, thanks for the super chat. Hey, Nags, I will see you at the pit stop. Awesome. Can't wait, brother. Make sure you say hello. I'll probably be wandering around a little bit, but just grab me and say hi. What else we got, folks? Kenneth, again, thanks, bud. Deguara deserves more offensive snaps. Agree? I mean, 30,000-foot view? Yeah, probably. But also, what are you asking him to do? I think Tyler Davis has probably surprised a lot of people with the amount of play time he's gotten, but I think he's played pretty well. Both of those guys are role players, and they're both, playing those roles extremely well. The problem is, in the outside perspective, is you spent a third-round pick on Deguara, and Tyler Davis is like a former undrafted guy you got off the Colts practice squad, etc. So you don't see them as worth the same amount. And I'm not saying you, Kenneth. I'm saying like in general as a fandom or as an observer. But the fact is, and we talk about it all the time, once you step on the football field, it doesn't matter how you were acquired. You got to do your job. You got to do it to the best of your ability. And I think both those guys are doing so at the moment. I do think Deguara is talented, and I do think they could utilize him a little bit more in the passing game. But in the moment, right now, I would say he's doing what's asked of him, and that's good. The Jets 3-2 record worthy. Jeffrey, are the Packers 3-2 record worthy? I mean, they could very easily be what? 1-4. You are what your record says you are, as Bill Parcells so wisely stated all those years ago. 100%. You are what your record says you are. Does coach look at Kyle Shanahan run plays and be like, oh, I want that and that and that play? Oh, mega, I wish he did. And if he does already, I wish he would do it more. Man, that would be my dream offense. If they ran what Kyle runs in San Francisco with those limitations they have at quarterback, but with a 4-time MVP at quarterback. Baby. God, you got me all excited. This defense looks like a Joe Barry defense. History repeats. Overshadow, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. What's so frustrating, though, is that you can see the potential. You saw them playing at a very high level for stretches last year, not throughout the season. Obviously, they finished where they finished ranking-wise, and they're 22nd in DVOA. I think they're sitting at 23rd in DVOA at the moment. But, man, you saw stretches of it, whether it was that Kansas City game, the Seattle game, hell, the playoff game. They had, absolute stretches of really high-level play. But then you get these really inconsistent moments, and that goes from game to game this year, half to half. They have got to be more consistent, and they have got to play a little bit more on the front foot. And I know Joe talked about it yesterday. There's press availability. We will see. I am firmly entrenched in the I'll believe it when I see it camp, but he was talking about how they got to be more aggressive and, try and dictate a little bit more. Okay. Some of us have been talking about it since like April. So I'm really hoping that comes to pass. Dom Capers pets his cat and laughs while watching the Packers defense. I do not doubt it for a moment, Brandy. Do not doubt it for a moment. At least that man had some exotics. That's all I know. Hey, Nags, any plans to expand Carry the G's footprint to western Wisconsin? Dawson, eventually. I wouldn't say it's probably going to happen anytime soon. Probably not even during the season, but eventually, hopefully in the offseason. Got a long way to go, though. We're still having trouble, as you may have surmised, keeping everybody kind of stocked up here just in northeast Wisconsin. So eventually, yes, hopefully that we'll continue to expand, at least in the Wisconsin area. I don't think we're expanding outside of Wisconsin anytime soon. So if anybody, I get that question a lot. We really appreciate it, but for the time being, it will be a Wisconsin only beer. Would I trade LaFleur for Shanahan or McVay? Hell no. Matt's our guy. I love LaFleur. I love him as a coach and as a dude. Hell no, I wouldn't trade him for. Have you watched the Rams this year? After they were in a Super Bowl only because someone dropped an interception from Stafford? Come on. Or the Super Bowl where, McVay got his ass handed to him by Bill Belichick? No, I wouldn't trade for McVay or Shanahan. I want Shanahan blowing a 28-3 lead as a play caller? Or getting to NFC Championship games and not being able to close a deal? Come on now. Come on. No. Matt LaFleur is the head coach of the Green Bay Packers, and I love it. Let's go, people. Are you coming for New Glarus? Hell no. Hell no. New Glarus is like a on their own. They're on the pinnacle. They're the height. We are just like a meager crawling around in the dirt trying to figure our way out of the darkness. That's the two, kind of entities at this moment. So no, we're not coming for New Glarus, please. When does Green Bay play in Mexico City? Good question, Craig. Hopefully soon. I mean, Mexico City's in the rotation, right? Now, the Packers have fulfilled their international obligation for the next 3 years after the game in London. So I would look for it in about 4 years, but they might also be sent over to Germany, which I suspect will happen. So we'll see. Spotted Cow and Carry the G have something in common. This Texan hasn't had either. Ugh. Sorry, Overshadow. Get up to Wisconsin, dude. All right, everybody. I got to get going. I can't thank you enough for hanging out, talking Packers each and every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Cheesehead TV social channel. Please do me a monster favor. Hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, this Sunday, the Plaza Pit Stop at the Resch Center right across from Lambeau Field. Carry the G will be on offer. I'll be there to talk Packers, drink some beer, and have a good time. at 9 a.m. That's 9 a.m. at the Plaza Pit Stop across the street from Lambeau. Be there, folks. Can't wait. Please hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Cheesehead TV. We are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day. Go Pack Go.